All right, let's go through our custom college football playoff Lego bracket. This is a custom build, all in Lego, with all 12 teams for the college football playoffs, which start December 19th. We got the pairings today. So we're just going to go through and show each team and where they're going to play. First, the number one seed in the tournament, Indiana Hoosiers. They get a first round bye. See, they're on the one seed bracket line. They will play in the Rose Bowl on January 1st. And I will show you here we have a brick built logo that we did for Indiana, the I and the U. There was somebody had asked about doing like the bison is like a mascot they use, but haven't had a chance to develop yet. We'll see if we can do that. Maybe if Indiana gets a win or two, that's something we'll develop for later on in the tournament. So again, Indiana gets the top seed. They won the Big Ten last night, beat Ohio State, which the Buckeyes come in at number 2. They will play in the Cotton Bowl on New Year's Day. Again, they're on the 2 line there, and you can see we have a Lego Brutus that we built to show off on the bracket. Again, all 12 teams, we have a brick-built logo or mascot or something like that, so we're going to go through and show you each of those. I was real happy with how this turned out, this Lego Brutus. And the Buckeyes, tough loss last night in the Big Ten title game, but the committee kept them at number 2. So the third seed in the tournament, the Georgia Bulldogs, won the SEC yesterday, and there is our brick-built Bulldog. Probably of all 12 of these, I think this one probably turned out the best. I was pretty happy with how our Georgia Bulldog turned out. So they're seeded third. They will play in the Sugar Bowl on New Year's Day. Again, all the top 4 teams all got a first-round bye in the playoffs. And the 4th seed, the Big 12 champion, we've got the Texas Tech Red Raiders, and their logo is like a double T for Texas Tech. Their colors are red and black, so I thought this was a neat way to build the Texas Tech logo. So top 4 teams in the tournament: Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech all get first-round byes. Now we'll go through the next 4 seeds. Number 5 is Oregon, the Ducks. Here we have our brick-built duck mascot there. And Oregon, all these teams, 5 through 8, host first-round games. So this game will be December 2nd in Eugene. And one thing to keep in mind with our bracket, these are all Lego tiles that I've added stickers on to put the team names on. So Oregon is number 5. At number 6, we've got the Ole Miss Rebels. We'll host a game in Oxford on December 20th. And this is a logo. I'm not too thrilled with it. I'd like to maybe spend a little more time to develop this. Ole Miss is kind of weird in terms of their mascot's a rebel, but they don't really use. They used to be a Confederate general type looking guy, but they have kind of phased him out. But they have unofficially this land shark that's become a mascot, so I thought that'd be kind of fun to include. They have a text logo that says Ole Miss. That'd be kind of hard to replicate in Lego like this. So I went with the land shark to represent Ole Miss, the 6th seed college football playoff. And then number 7 seed will also host first round game. We got Texas A&M, and there's their logo with the A and the M. I thought this turned out pretty well with their colors and kind of set up. I thought that turned out pretty cool. Like I said, I'm happy with some of these logos. Some of them I think probably need a little bit more work, and we'll see the next couple of weeks. Once the games get started, I might spend a little more time and develop these. So A&M, another one, will host first round game in the 7th seed, and then the last team that's going to host the first round game, Oklahoma, is the 8th seed, and there is the iconic OU for their logo for Oklahoma. Again, the 8th seed will host a game on their game will be on December 19th. So those are seeds 5 through 8. Now let's talk through the bottom 4 seeds, which was where kind of the drama was when they announced all the picks today. First, let's go to the 12 seed. This was kind of like the last team into the tournament, so to speak. James Madison, the Dukes. And that's supposed to be a Bulldog. I'm not really I think I could do a little bit better job with this Bulldog. I did a nice job, I thought, with the Georgia Bulldog. Again, it's a Bulldog, but the mascot's a Duke. And the key thing is getting that purple and gold crown on there. So I think the crown's okay. The Bulldog might need a little work. So again, James Madison is the 12 seed. Again, they get in the tournament because they won their conference, and the top 5 conference champions in America qualify for this bracket. It came down to them or Duke. Duke won the ACC, but Duke, they decided James Madison got the bid because James Madison is ranked higher than Duke in the rankings of the committee that's selected all this. So James Madison is in the tournament, will play at Oregon in the first round, and the winner of that game gets Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl. Now, the 11 seed is another conference champion. Since they're one of the top 5 conference champions, Tulane got into the bracket. They're seeded 11th. Now, Tulane's kind of interesting. They're called the Green Wave, but their mascot's a pelican. So attempted to build a pelican here, and you can see beak moves, and their colors are green and this light blue. That's medium blue in Lego terms. So the Tulane Green Wave, the Pelican, going on the road in the first round, will play Ole Miss. These teams played earlier this season. Ole Miss won the first matchup. Rematch in the playoffs. Winner of that game goes to the Sugar Bowl and will play Georgia on New Year's Day. Now we get to some of the controversy of how these turned out today. We'll go to the 9 seed. Again, this is an at-large selection. Went with Alabama, which the only of the at-large teams that had 3 losses, but they got in with the 9 seed. And here's an Alabama, the Crimson Tide. They're, of course, I'm not sure about the snout on this elephant. Maybe I'll work on that a little bit. But again, this is Alabama. They are the 9 seed. They're going on the road the first round. They will play at Oklahoma on December 19th. Winner of that game goes to the Rose Bowl, gets top-seeded Indiana. Now to the last berth in the tournament. This was the last of the at-large berths. 10th seed is the Miami Hurricanes. It came down to either Miami or I had went ahead and built. I wasn't sure if they're going to get in. Could have been Notre Dame with this brick-built leprechaun. But the committee decided to go with Miami, which beat Notre Dame at the beginning of the season. So Miami gets in, Irish are gone. So Miami gets in the playoffs. They'll go on the road first round. They will play at Texas A&M. That game is on December 20th. Winner of that game goes to the Cotton Bowl and will get second-ranked Ohio State. So 12 teams in this Lego bracket. What we've done is each of these pieces that you see on here, this is for a team, this is a 2x6 tile. And what we've done is put a sticker on this tile to indicate, so of course, like this is Ohio State. And what we're going to do after each game, as the tournament gets going later in December, is we'll add scores on each game and then fill in. So the winner of Texas A&M and Miami will do another sticker and put them on there. Also, we'll put the scores in the games. This might flip, obviously, but we're using, so the winning score will go on this aqua tile and the losing score will go on this gray tile. Obviously, this might flip. If Miami wins, they'll get the aqua tile for the winning score. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We'll be updating this throughout the tournament over the next couple of weeks. We had some other fun brick-built things, like there's a good chance the Rose Bowl, there might be a little Lego Rose that appears magically as the tournament goes along. There's some other ideas I've got for adding some fun things on this as the tournament goes along. So having some fun with this. I had a lot of fun building some of these logos. Again, some of them turned out pretty good. I thought some of them were could use a little bit of work. But again, probably my favorite's that Georgia Bulldog. I do like the Buckeye. We are big Buckeye fans here. So I just kind of wanted to go live today and kind of update everybody on what we've done here and how this has come together. You can go to our website, HOFBuilder.com, and we've got instructions on how to build this bracket and the parts list that we used for it. We don't have the team logos on there. That's something I'm going to try and add over the next few days. But anyway, HOFBuilder.com is our website. We've got all kinds of stuff there. If you're not interested in this, you can take a look at it too. So again, just kind of wanted to jump on here and say hello. And we're going to try and do more of these lives on YouTube going forward. We'll be, like I said, doing more updates on this. We've got all kinds of other things going on in the Lego space. Hope you're subscribing. We've got all kinds of, we've got a Lego city we're building, doing all kinds of videos about that and some other things going on. So we appreciate people that have stopped by and check out our live stream today. Darn, we're not going to need our Notre Dame logo. What a shame. I'm really glad that, you know, it was kind of a surprise that Miami got in and not Notre Dame. A lot of people thought Notre Dame, they've been ranked higher going in to the draw, but they flipped them. I mean, Miami beat Notre Dame at the beginning of the season. So I think the committee that put this together made the right call, to be honest. I think head-to-head needs to matter. But again, I'm still surprised that they left Notre Dame out of the tournament. Again, like I said, thanks everybody for stopping by, saying hello today. We'll have a lot. Like I said, hope you're subscribing to our channel. We're gonna have a lot more about this and all kinds of other Lego stuff going forward. So thanks for stopping by today.